to the Commerce Casino, where the tournament is on the line for Geralibus Vulgaris. His ace-5 is up against Michael Mizrachi's pocket pair. Can the grinder grind one more opponent down and out?
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour.
Well, the crowd rocking and rolling. Everybody holding their breath. They know what's at stake right now. It's a lot of money, folks.
Geralibus Vulgaris with ace-5. Michael Mizrachi.
Did you have an ace?
A pair of sixes.
Did you have an ace?
At it.
Well, the crowd rocking and rolling. Everybody holding their breath. They know what's at stake right now. Geralibus Vulgaris looking for aces or a bunch of spades to hit the flop here.
Here comes our flop.
An ace comes right on the flop, Vince. It's ace-8 deuce.
A thing of beauty for the Greek.
Well, what that means is the grinder must catch a 6 or 2 running hearts if he wants to take out Geralibus on this hand.
Geralibus pacing, but very cool. Got to be so excited. He's still got to sweat 2 cards.
He knows he's in good shape to double up right here.
The crowd on its feet. Here's the turn card.
Well, the turn card is a deuce.
Oh, Canada, you're out in front on this hand.
Well, the grinder looking for a Route 66. He must have a 6. He's blowing kisses to the board here, Vince.
Oh, a lot of love at this table.
I need this river for
Well, if he
last
catches
time.
a
Make up for
6,
last time.
he'll send Geralibus down Route 66 and out of here.
6 of spades. 6 of spades.
Here's the river.
6.
Well, it's an ace. So there you go. Geralibus makes 3 aces on the river to take this pot down. Well, he's got some fans of his own here, Vince.
That's a 25.
So bold aggression by the young Greek pays off in a big way.
Just a couple more of those.
Little chink in the armor there for Mizrachi.
Well, you're right, Vince. It's the first time that Michael's been dented even today. So far, everything going right for him. He's won every decision he's battled for. This is the first pot he's lost of any consequence. Let's see if it affects him.
It's a small dent in the grinder stack. But hey, I've seen it go worse, you know. Sometimes it's just the momentum starts moving. Nice answer.
With a degree in philosophy and talent for writing, Geralibus Vulgaris is not your typical poker player.
I have a philosophy degree. I'm a playwright also, and I write screenplays as well, actually. On my list of things to do in the next 5 years is learn how to play the piano, have a play on Broadway that I've written, and win a WPT tournament.
A lot of people don't know how good he is. He's going to surprise some people.
My playing style is very similar to dihydrogen oxide, which is a compound that's pretty benign at times, but can also be variable in its properties. So at times it can scald you or freeze you. Coming into this, I was 100% positive that I was going to win. I just felt it, you know? Sometimes you feel it. So much so that I made a list of things I had to do, and one of them was buy a suit. Yeah, it was just weird. I've never really had that before, but I just felt like this was it.
With that pot, Geralibus moves into second chip position, and Vince, he's virtually just 1 pot away from tying for the lead here. If he could double up through Michael, even though Michael's been dominating play all day.
One of these guys is going to take a World Poker Tour title, but this time Mizrachi quickly folding his 10-3. Action going to Hung La.
Now, Hung La has 10-6 of diamonds here. Well, he just calls. He limps in, as we say.
Geralibus with a very uneventful 8-deuce offsuit.
He says, give us a flop.
All right, so no larceny at this point. Flop time.
Now, flop is 9-6 deuce with 2 spades. Hung La has flopped second pair. Geralibus has flopped bottom pair.
Dangerous flop.
Bet 75.
And Hung La coming out and betting 75 grand. And without hesitation, Geralibus.
He calls him with bottom pair. He calls him with the 2 deuces.
Oh, so quickly. So deuces versus 6s at this point.
Possible straight, possible flush on the board here.
Difference between third place and second place over $500,000. Here's the turn.
Well, the turn is the jack of diamonds.
Right back on Hung La.
Well, Hung La is just wondering if his 2 6s are good. If his opponent's on some kind of draw, whether he's drawing at a straight or a flush, or does he have a bigger pair?
Well, he's got to be also thinking, why did this guy call so quick? Either raise before the flop. Am I still in front?
I'm all in.
Can't believe
He's putting him on the draw. He's moving all in right here.
this is just a gutsy move by Hung Law.
Like 10 queen?
It's 35.
10 queen? Is that what you said? 10
Something
queen?
look like that. Yeah.
10 queen?
Well, look at Haralabos asking if he's got 10 queen. Trying to figure out something he can beat with the 2 deuces.
Not sure if I can fold this hand. But all in?
Well, he's still trying to talk to his
It's
opponent.
35.
He's seriously considering this.
The only reason that Haralabos could think about calling this with the 2 deuces
Pretty sure I have the best hand.
is if he puts his opponent on a drawing hand, meaning he thinks his opponent's drawing at either a straight or a flush.
Yeah, but let's think about the perception of Hung Law at this time. Very solid poker player. Nothing crazy so far.
Well, in golf, they say trust your swing. In poker, you got to trust your instincts.
You have the best hand.
He finally folded the 2 deuces.
You laid out the best hand. You want to see it?
Doesn't matter to me.
Look at, is Hung Law going to show it?
You got the best hand. You got the best hand.
Could show. Oh, he does show it.
I didn't lay down the best hand. I had a deuce. I had a deuce.
Do you think he was showing him the bluff,
I had a
Vince? Do you
deuce.
think he thinks that?
I do. Listen, Hung Law is also showing that, listen, he doesn't have to play
Careful,
the top
sir.
pair or the second best
Careful.
pair to make an all-in bet.
I didn't lay down the best hand. That makes me feel good.
Haralabos made a good laydown.
I'll see it on May 25th.
What's that?
I'll see it on May 25th.
If you check, I would have went all in. May 25th, is that what you said? Nice play. May 25th.
He's turning into a new man right now.
Well, Vince, you're right about that. He has changed gears. He is taking it to him right now.
He is ready to rumble, and right now, back on Hung Law, he looks down at a wired pair of deuces. Nice starting hand in a good position.
Let's see how he's going to play him here.
Raise it.
He is going to raise it. Let's see how much he raises it. The blinds of 25 and 50,000. He's betting 150,000 to go.
Significant raise into Haralabos.
Haralabos looks down at a 5-4 of diamonds here, Vince.
He's got the suited connector.
Re-raise.
What is he doing? He's going to re-raise with a 5-high, folks.
He's doing it with momentum.
Well, we are seeing a new Haralabos here in this 3-handed game.
Make it 4.
He is taking it to him right now.
This reckless abandon by Haralabos. Is Rocky quickly folding?
I'll tell you, when you can make a play like that, Vince, that tells me that you've got a pretty good read on your opponent.
Back on Hung Law. He's got the wired pair of deuces. He came in this as the short stack, the least amount of chips at the table.
Now it's going to cost him 250,000 more to call. If he calls, he'll only have about 600,000 left. He's still got $1 million worth of chips, Vince. Does he want to gamble them all here on 2 deuces? At the very best, his opponent's going to have 2 overcards.
Another move by Haralabos.
He opts to lay the 2 deuces down. I don't blame him for that. But give the credit to Haralabos for making that play, coming over the top with 5-high. And so far, Vince, he is in the driver's seat in this 3-handed game. He is putting the whip to the pony here.
Oh, it's brilliant play by the young 29-year-old from Canada. Coming back for more on the World Poker Tour from the LA Poker Classic. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're at the Commerce Casino in LA for the LA Poker Classic. Our chip leader still Michael Mizrachi, but the guy on the move, the guy who is making it happen right now is Haralabos Voulgaris. He's up to over 1.6 million, Vince.
Oh, it is the Haralabos onslaught we're seeing. Moving the chips around, firing away. What a statement.
Well, still stacking his chips up from that last pot.
Just haven't looked. I'm just organizing for the camera.
Just exuding confidence right now. He peeks down.
Looks down at a pair of 3s here. He's got old momentum on his side.
Stay out of this guy's way.
Well, that's exactly what Mizrachi's been doing.
There he goes. He makes it up to 150 grand. Michael Mizrachi folding.
Around to Hung Law. Now remember, he's in the big blind. I mean, he's got 50,000 out there.
And he's got a very respectable King 10. He's going to battle for this pot.
So here we go, a pot between Hung Law and Haralabos again. Here comes the flop. Flop is 8-6-3. Haralabos has flopped 3 of a kind, 3 3s. Now action is on Hung Law. He has nothing, of course. A king high. He checks.
And Haralabos right now is a human pylon.
Oh, he checks right behind him, Vince.
Oh, he's going to set a trap.
Well, he's just hoping his opponent's going to bluff with the pot. A 6 comes off on the turn.
So he's got a little full boat.
And what he's saying is, please, Hung Law, get in there and hang yourself.
Hung Law, nothing materializing for him, but perhaps he'll make the mistaken bet here. Here's the check from Haralabos, going to sucker this man in. Meantime, Haralabos doing the worst yawn I've seen in quite some time.
Trying to act non-interested here.
I'm all in.
Well, Hung Law wasn't looking at him, and he moves all in.
He gets the action he wanted.
And Haralabos quickly calls him.
He totally sucked him in like cat here.
Well, Hung Law is drawing dead, folks. He is hung out to dry on this pot. No matter what card comes up at the river, he cannot win this pot. He is going to be out in third place. Just a great trap check on the flop by Haralabos. Has done Hung Law in. That is going to do it for him. He's bluffed his money off here.
Absolute devastation for Hung Law as he stumbles away. Talks to men, the master on the side. Shocking blow right there.
Well, the 7 of diamonds comes at the river, means nothing. The hand was over on 4th Street when Hung Law moved in. We are down to heads up.
Security.
Just amazing atmosphere we have at the Commerce Casino here tonight for the LA Poker Classic.
The macho test about to begin, but first the presentation.
All right, Vince, here we go.
Oh, yes. And look at this.
Oh, yeah. Bevy of beauties coming in with the cash.
Ladies in black. Oh, just pouring the millions of dollars of cash on the table.
That's real money you're looking at, folks. Nearly $3 million are sitting on the table right now. That's what these guys are playing for. Over $1.8 million for first, over $900,000 for second.
It is almost obscene to see that much cash and not be able to touch it personally.
They have covered the table, man. There's no room to play. Shauna getting cheers from the crowd, opening up a World Poker Tour chip set.
On top of that, that beautiful trophy right there. Now that is Hoyt Corkins at the rodeo. The ladies walk away, the cash remaining.
We're about to get down to it. The heads-up battle for $1.8 million, a coveted WPT title, and that $25,000 entry into the WPT Championship.
I'm all in.
As we begin heads-up play, Michael Mizrachi still our chip leader, but Vince, that chip lead has dwindled down to $200,000.
We're about to see a new millionaire on the World Poker Tour, close to $1.9 million, plus the $25,000 guaranteed seat at Bellagio. Here we go. Action on Mizrachi.
Well, he just calls on the button with king high here.
Not going to get aggressive with it. Haralabos saying, I'm okay with my 7-5 as well. Here we go with the flop.
Well, flop is queen 8-5.
Both got a piece of that flop.
Well, Michael's flopped second pair. Haralabos has flopped bottom pair, but he's leading out with the 2 5s, Vince.
Yes, he is. Why stop now?
Well, momentum certainly on the side of Haralabos. 120,000.
I call.
Right into Michael Mizrachi,
who quickly calls him, Vince.
just calls with the pair of 8s.
So Michael in great shape right now. He has 2 8s. Haralabos has 2 5s.
Here comes the turncoat. Oh, I can't believe this. He's hit 3 of a kind.
And checks 3 of a kind.
Digging a hole, waiting for his sucker to fall in.
Well, Michael doesn't fall in the trap. He checks right behind him. He smells a rat. And a king comes off. This could spell trouble for Michael.
Absolutely. It gives him kings and 8s.
Notice Haralabos is betting this time.
Well, he's got his set, his 3 of a kind.
225,000.
I call.
Michael Mizrachi just calls it.
Yeah, he does not raise with kings and 8s here like many players would do.
He just dodged a major bullet, Mike.
3 5s.
What instincts by Michael Mizrachi not to lose a ton.
Vince, he didn't even think about raising that.
I know it.
He just quickly made the call, suspecting his opponent might have 3 5s. Pretty good poker savvy there, Vince.
That's a grinder kind of call. I mean, now he's finally living up to his nickname. You know, don't get too crazy, just grind away. That was a grinder call, just absolutely brilliant.
With that pot, for the first time today at this final table, we have a new chip leader other than Michael Mizrachi. That happens to be Haralabos Vulgaris. He is in the chip lead now.
The heavyweights going at it. Stay tuned. We're coming back for more here on the World Poker Tour.
Hearing the cheers from the family and audience, it makes distraction towards the players. You know, it makes me feel really good. I'm more into the game.
His crowd of friends is a little bit frantic for me. A little boisterous, which can be at times a little annoying.
Welcome back to the Commerce Casino's LA Poker Classic. We're down to 2, but only one will earn the right to be called champion.
Well, for the first time tonight, we have a new chip leader at the final table. His name is Haralabos Voulgaris. He has taken the lead over Michael Mizrachi.
And well-deserved. It is just fearless poker by Haralabos Voulgaris. One of these young men is going to take home nearly $1.9 million and a WPT title. Action back on the grinder from Florida. Michael Mizrachi, ace-9 in his hand.
150.
Well, he's going to raise it. Makes it $150,000 to go.
Likes his starting hand. Nice position. Haralabos Voulgaris.
Well, he has certainly been on a roll since we started three-handed play. Everything going his way.
In the small blind there, looks down at a kid's game. Acey-deucey.
The raise.
This is no kid's game here.
He's going up.
Nearly $1 million difference in first and second place. And Haralabos is going to re-raise him right here. Let's see how much he raises him. You're staring down at an ace-9 like Michael is, and your opponent's going to re-raise you. You're not that crazy about that hand, I can tell you.
There is just no stopping this young gun out of Winnipeg, Canada. Let's see what the increment is.
Make it 300 more.
300,000 more.
Right back, and the man from Hollywood, Florida, Michael Mizrachi.
I'm all in.
And
He's
look at
all
this.
in.
Yeah, he's doing
Wow.
it. Over the top.
Well, you see the Grinders fans out there. They're cheering this
Pull
move.
it in.
And Houston, we got a problem here for Haralabos Voulgaris.
Yeah, he's going to have a real problem if he calls this bet.
The Mizrachi mob chanting.
Well, they're chanting Grinder. He's their man that they're hoping to win, and right now he's in a dominating position to do just that in case Haralabos trips up here and makes this call.
Oh, buckle up. It's a shoving match right now. Haralabos looking stunned.
How much more does he have left?
Well, it's nearly a $2 million re-raise to him.
You have me covered, I believe.
I'm just wondering.
All right.
Bad time to wonder.
There's going to be about $3 million in the pot. It's going to cost him another $1.9 million to call here.
1.9.
1.9 million.
This could be the defining moment of Haralabos Voulgaris' poker career.
Well, he knows if he calls and wins this pot, he'll be the champion.
Got a pair yet?
Oh, he's going to ask questions. This could be a great tragedy for this young man. Talk about a competitor. He gets up from his chair.
Man, that's most of the time. That means the guy's strongly considering calling when he does this. He would be in dire straits if he does so. Remember, he just has ace-deuce. His opponent has ace-9.
And he's worked so hard to get these chips. Those precious chips. He's going to let it go.
Well, he does lay it down. A good lay down it is. You know, in poker, money saved is money earned, and certainly I think he saved a lot of chips there by laying that hand down.
And the Mizrachi mob just elated by their boy taking that pot.
Well, Vince, it took him one pot to regain his chip lead that he's had all day long.
I'll lay down a hand there. Don't think I can afford to lay down another one.
Oh boy, fireworks happening at the Commerce Casino. The antes and blinds going up. A whopping $60,000 and $120,000 blinds right now. Michael Mizrachi with king-6 in his hand.
My call.
Gonna play it slow, just calls it.
For the second time, he limps in with king high on the button here in this heads-up match.
And Haralabos checks his 7-3. Here's the flop. Look at this flop. It's king 5-3.
Michael's flop top pair. Haralabos' flop bottom pair.
Haralabos quickly checks. Michael coming out and betting 200,000.
Yep.
Raise it up.
Haralabos is going to raise it, Vince.
Quick check and
He
raise.
doesn't believe Michael has a king. He thinks he would have raised before the flop. If he had one, he's going to try to take this pot away from him. He's made it 400,000 with bottom pair here.
I'm all in.
Right over the top. Michael's going all in.
What he's saying is, if you can beat these kings, my friend, good luck to you. In case you're drawing a diamonds or a straight or a bottom pair, you're going to have to pay to outdraw me.
Absolutely sick action at the Commerce Casino.
Well, Haralabos folds, so power poker by Michael the Grinder Mizrachi right there to take down that pot. Folks, they're not throwing jabs out here. These are knockout blows. When a guy moves all in like that, he is going right for the throat to try to end it right here, right now. Well, with that pot, the Grinder takes over $1 million chip lead over Haralabos.
We're talking about one of the biggest prize pools in poker history right here.
Over $900,000 difference in second place and first place. A lot on the line.
Action's going to be on Haralabos. He's got ace-4 this time.
Well, looks like he's getting out some chips. Most players would raise with an ace high in a heads-up situation.
No time for passive play.
And if you do raise, how much do you raise?
Well, he's getting out a lot of chips.
It's 300.
He's bet 300,000.
I'm all in.
And before he got it out there, Michael said, I'm all in.
He's got king queen.
I've never seen a guy go all in as quick as this guy does.
Oh, that could be very annoying.
I can tell you, Haralabos is faced with a tough decision right now. He knows he's facing elimination if he makes this call and loses this pot.
Poker panic begin to set in for Haralabos.
He has raised it one more time and been set all in again by the Grinder. This time, however, he has the best hand. He doesn't know it. He's staring down at his chips. Does he want to gamble here?
Can you pull in the money, please?
Just that quickly, a no-limit hold.
How much is this,
Things
3?
can turn around. Going into this hand, he had over $1 million chip deficit. If he plays it and wins it, he'll have a $4 million to $1 million advantage on his opponent.
Mizrachi now dancing.
He's doing the Watusa here in the disco.
Acting very cocky. That's usually a sign of a weaker hand. Is Haralabos going to pick up on that?
Well, folks, this is a tough call. If you make this call and lose this pot, you're out of here. You only have an ace-4, remember. It's not suited.
Well, Mizrachi, as we know, he has a king-queen in his hand. It would actually be a slight dog if he should get called down.
I call.
He's done it, Vince.
Yes, he has.
He has made the call. It's the correct decision. He is the favorite to win this pot and double up.
Exactly what I put him on.
Absolutely clairvoyant.
Well, folks, if you can read your opponent that good, you are a top-notch poker player. There's no doubt about that. And what a hand this is.
Haralabos Voulgaris pacing the floor, is looking very confident.
Over $4.2 million in this pot. If Haralabos wins it, he'll have a 4-to-1 chip advantage over Michael. If Michael wins it, this tournament is history, and he'll be our champion.
And the Haralabos gang going nuts there in the crowd, up on their feet.
The Grinders fans know that if he comes back and wins this pot, he'll be crowned our champion.
It is Jerry Springer here without the chicks.
This place is rocking and rolling. Will the ace high hold up? If so, we'll have a new chip leader and a monster chip leader at that.
5 cards to come in this very dramatic hand. Crowd truly enjoying this battle. Here comes the flop.
9-7 deuce.
That's good for Haralabos. His ace is still out in front.
Well, Michael is looking for Picasso right now. He needs some paint to come up there if he wants to win this pot.
And if he should get it, he would take this young man out.
He must catch a king or a queen or a running Jack-10 if indeed he's going to win this tournament on this hand.
This is Sweat City in L.A.
Let's go to the turn card. Haralabos just pacing back and forth. He likes that card. The 7 of diamonds.
Mizrachi's going to need some help on the river.
Well, he must catch a king or a queen. He has 6 outs. In other words, he has 6 cards out of 44 remaining in the deck that he can catch to win this pot. The other 38 favor Haralabos.
And Michael Mizrachi make it happen. One more card to sweat out.
If it's a king, he's king. If it's a queen, he's king.
Here it is.
And it's a jump. In one hand, Haralabos Voulgaris takes a commanding chip lead in this tournament.
High fives for the Haralabos gang.
I saw pace.
Well, I can tell you, Vance, that was not an easy call to make before the flop of an ace-4 offsuit.
What I put him on.
To call $1.8 million. If you lose the pot, you're out. A tough decision. He made the correct one. He lives on. It's not over. But Michael Mizrachi is down right now. He only has about $1 million left. His opponent has $4.2 million.
He's coming back. He has heart. Don't go away. We're coming back from the LA Poker Classic when we return on the World Poker Tour.
He's gone all in here.
Abracadabra, just like that. Tony has done it. The arms are raised up above.
The 6th WPT millionaire made here at the LA Poker Classic. Antonio the Magician Esfandiari. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, and the two left at the table are guaranteed a great payout tonight.
That is true, but only one will earn the $1,850,000 plus be able to call himself a WPT champion.
Well, how quickly the tide turns in No Limit Hold'em. Right now, Haralabos Voulgaris with over a 4-1 chip lead over the guy who's led all day long, Michael Mizrachi.
What a turn of events. It is turned around in a big way. Haralabos now out in front. Action's going to be on Mizrachi.
I'm all in.
And look at this. He's going all in with it.
I call.
And quickly, Haralabos calls him a 2-5.
He's got a legitimate pair.
Well, this could do it here, folks. If the 2-5s hold up, Haralabos will be our champion.
You're due, baby, you're due.
Mizrachi just losing his grip here.
Well, you just wonder if frustration, depression, all that setting in, he's losing his patience. On the other hand, after being called, he's in about as good a position as he could expect to be in. He's got 2 overcards against the under pair. So really, it's almost like a coin flip situation.
Well, that is very true, but he looks desperate at this point, imploding before our very eyes, but he could get lucky. Does he have the heart to come back? Only the cards will be able to tell.
It's the hand I want to see.
Well, here we go. Michael Mizrachi must win this pot to stay alive in this tournament.
Meantime, Haralabos pacing the floor. He could taste this victory.
He just continues to remain calm, cool, and collected. But inside, I guarantee you, his heart is pounding away, folks. He knows if he wins this pot, he is our champion.
He's just a few cards away from taking down one of the biggest prize pools on the WPT. Here's a flop.
7.
Oh, a 7 right in the door.
That's great for Mizrachi. He's hit the pair of 7s.
Queen 7 deuce, and Michael Mizrachi has taken the lead in this hand.
Oh, man, he rolls his eyes. He can't believe his fate, but he still has to sweat a couple cards.
All he has to do now is dodge a 5 to double up.
Now Mizrachi comes over and puts his arm around Haralabos.
That's a 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs.
Easy to do when you hit the 7.
Yeah, he'd have put both arms around his neck if a 7 hadn't come out there.
Here comes the turn card.
The 8 comes off.
That's a good card for Mizrachi, still out in front. He's got the old 2 outer.
So out of 44 cards that are left in the deck, 2 of them are good for Haralabos. 42 of them are good for Michael. Their work is done. They're sweating out the river.
There's the river card.
7. So there you go. Michael Mizrachi is back in it. Nearly $2 million in chip. Look at that. He's high-fiving his fans now.
He's got the Mizrachi mob high-fiving.
Well, Vince, they're telling him you can do it. This is not over. Get back in there and fight. Go to work.
The Jerry Springer game going to work again. They are having a great time. Chanting going on here.
I'll tell you, Vince, I believe this is one of the most enthusiastic crowds that we've ever seen on the World Poker Tour.
This makes it a little harder, that's all.
Okay, well, it's that time again. The antes and blinds going up. It's $20,000 right now for the ante, with blinds being $100,000 and $200,000.
So that means there's $340,000 laying in the center of the table before the cards are dealt. That's worth going after.
Play's going to be on Haralabos right now.
Haralabos with about a 2-to-1 chip advantage.
I'm all in.
Goes all in with a 7-5 offsuit here.
Say it ain't so. Mizrachi looks at Queen 9.
Very tough to call all your chips off with Queen High. Nope. Wants to wait for a better spot. So Haralabos is just taking it to him here, moving all in with 7-5 offsuit.
Last macho play there by Haralabos.
There's no defense against the all-in play, Vince. You have to pick up a hand to play against it, especially when the bet is over $1.8 million to you. This is not pity-patty poker we're watching now. These guys are throwing the leather.
What is it?
We're watching exceptional poker by the X generation.
Haralabos, just 29 years old. Michael Mizrachi, 24. The worst they're going to do is take home $900,000. The winner gets $1.9 million.
The action goes on the Canadian, Haralabos. He's got 9-4 of hearts this time.
Call.
He's going to call.
What do you say?
Call.
He's Rocky with Jack 8 offsuit. He's content to call as well.
He says, give us a flop here. So $440,000 in the pot right now. And here comes a flop. Oh, Jack 8-3. It's all diamonds, but Michael has flopped the top 2 pair here. And he quickly checks.
He's going to get Haralabos to bite here.
240.
Haralabos has none of that. He's bluffing, bets $240,000.
All in.
And Michael's moved all in. Again, Michael's gone all in over the top quickly.
Yep, Haralabos is going to lay that down.
Michael, fearing that his opponent had a diamond draw, wanted to make him pay to hit it, moved all in with the top 2 pair. I don't blame him there for doing that. And he's going to pick up the pot.
Well, it is fast, sneaky play at the Commerce Casino. Stay tuned. We're coming back for more.
There's nearly $3 million in prize money left. See who's cashing in next when we come back to the Commerce Casino.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. I'm Vince Van Patten with Mike Sexton. Heads up action continues between these 2 young superstars of the game, Haralabos Voulgaris and Michael the Grinder Mizrachi.
These players are virtually even in chips now, Vince. Michael has fought back to tie him up.
One of these guys is going to become a very rich man and have the bragging rights in LA. Action back on Mizrachi.
Michael looks down at Jack 4 of spade.
I call.
And he limps in on the button.
Not going to get crazy with it. Haralabos with a king deuce offsuit.
Well, he's going to check.
Here comes our flop.
Now flop comes queen 8 deuce rainbow, all different suits.
Haralabos picking up a little piece of that. He checks it quickly. Here's the deuces.
And Michael, with absolutely nothing here, is reaching for chips. He's going to bet, Vince, $200,000. There's no hand and no draw.
Minimum bet is 200.
Oh, 200, I'm sorry.
Look at this. I think he put 100, but the minimum actually is 200.
You put 120 out there. You must put the size of the big blind in there.
Now Haralabos gives him a quick call down.
With bottom pair. Here we go to the turn card. That's a queen. The board pairs queens.
I'm all in.
Well, Haralabos has gone all in with this.
Well, I'm intrigued by this bet, Vince.
He's only got queens and deuces.
I mean, if his opponent had a queen or an 8, most likely he'd call.
But he knows something we don't because Michael Mizrachi quickly folds his nothing hand.
He moved all in, didn't want to give his opponent a free draw there. He picks up that pot.
Well, Mike, I just have one thing to say about Haralabos. What has happened to his suit? I mean, look, it was brand new. It was so fresh at the beginning, and now it is truly war-torn. But
Well, I'll say one thing about Haralabos. When we were playing 6-handed, 5-handed, and 4-handed, he was a very conservative player, wasn't moving his chips at all. Since they got to 3-handed and the heads up, he has taken the attack mode, very aggressive play, completely changed gears.
right now he has king deuce offsuit.
I'm all in.
Wow.
He's going all in with all his chips.
An amazing play, $3 million bet with king deuce here.
Let's see Mizrachi's hand. Oh my, he's got big slick.
I call.
He's squeezing off. He says, I call you. He turns up the ace-king.
Tremendous for Michael Mizrachi.
Well, he is in a dominating position to double up and recapture the lead in this heads-up battle here.
This is a yo-yo competition. Back and forth these guys go.
Some might think that's a yo-yo play by Haralabos there. You bet that much money, you get the same information by betting $500,000 or $600,000 instead of betting $3 million.
But he's a plunger. That's the way he plays. He can get lucky here. 5 cards to come. The title at stake.
Good luck.
Here's the flop.
Well, flop is queen 6-5.
Not good for Haralabos.
Well, what that means is Haralabos must catch a deuce or a running 3-4 to take this title. Otherwise, he will be in dire straits in terms of chip count. Michael will have a substantial chip lead if his hand holds up.
The grinder feeling new strength. Here's the turn card.
Well, it's a 6. So we are down to the river card. And right now, Haralabos must catch a deuce if he's going to end this tournament right here, right now.
And this can be a beautiful thing for Michael Mizrachi. He would become the new chip leader.
He's saying to himself, please no deuce, no deuce, no deuce, no deuce.
All right, here's the river card.
And it's a 6. There it is. The Grinder fighting back to the lead.
Oh, the Mizrachi mark.
Look at that.
Oh, boy.
You know, I feel like you're at Green Bay Packers Stadium, Vince, and the guy just scored the winning touchdown. He jumps in the stands.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, the house is rocking and rolling, Vince. Wow. Michael has got his enthusiasm back now.
Oh, man.
All night long, the Grinder's been waiting for that position, Vince, to pick up a monster hand when Haralabos has moved all in, and he is now the massive chip leader in this heads-up battle. What a reversal of fortunes we've witnessed in this heads-up match. This is like a teeter-totter match, Vince. Back and forth we go. Can Haralabos now come back from a big chip deficit?
I don't know. I can't take it anymore. This is dramatic. But just think back a few hands. Mizrachi, so disheartened. You know, he was pummeled. He was devastated. He went all in with 10-7. Catches Lucky. It turns around. And right now, he's got Haralabos on the ropes.
It's not over. We saw Michael come back from this chip deficit to take the lead. Can Haralabos do it?
Okay, back on the young man from Canada, Haralabos.
With about 900,000 left. He's going all in with 10-3 off suit, Vince.
He's flinging away with 10-3.
Well, this is an act of desperation in my mind also.
I call.
He's got ace-9. He's called it.
Well, he's called him with ace-high. He's in great shape to take this title right now if his hand holds up.
Haralabos talking to the master, Gus Hansen, over there, saying, I'm not that big of a dog. Gus is saying, I think you are.
Well, Andy Block as well. And right now, some people are scratching their heads saying, why would the guy move over with 10-3 off suit? You just wonder if he tried to force the action too much with that hand, man.
All right.
It worked out for Michael a minute ago when he moved in with a 10 high. We've seen freakier things than this out here in the World Poker Tour.
Why not? Here's the flop.
Well, an ace comes on the flop.
Just tremendous for Michael Mizrachi. He's hit the pair of aces.
He is high-fiving the crowd, hugging his fiancée. He knows it's not over. Just 2 runners is what he's got to dodge here, though, Vance.
He clenches his fist.
His opponent has to catch 2 running cards. Otherwise, Michael Mizrachi will be our champion.
A queen or a jack?
The prayers flowing in this room.
6, baby.
You see him rubbing his hands together. He knows it's about over.
6, baby. 6, 6.
Well, turn out the lights. The party's over. Michael Mizrachi is our champion.
And the Mizrachi gang is going to mock the arena.
This is like when a team upsets the #1 basketball team. The fans come out of the stands. That's what we're seeing down here in the World Poker Tour.
Get out the riot gear. Look at this. What excitement. Haralabos getting consoled by Gus Hansen.
Vince, you got to say one thing. If there's justice, the way Michael went out last week and the way he won this week, it only seems fitting. Well, folks, here he is. You saw him last week on the World Poker Tour in Tunica. He came back tonight at the LA Poker Classic with a chip lead at this final table. Our champion, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi from Hollywood, Florida. Michael, you have made millions of poker fans over the last 2 weeks on the World Poker Tour. You came to this final table with a chip lead. You know, tell us your strategy and what you were thinking about when play began tonight.
First, I want to say thanks to everybody, all my fans, support, the staff. Y'all been great, and my strategies was to let the guys get themselves knocked out. I really wanted to get a heads up, and I know my heads up battle is my best game, and that was my strategy, and that's what I did, and that's how I won it.
Well, a number of your fans thought it'd be a walk in the park for you. It was sure anything but that. What a heads up battle you had. Congratulations on a great performance tonight. The custom on the World Poker Tour is the Toast Our Champion with Michelob Amber Bock, the official beer of the World Poker Tour.
Beer's on me. Let's go in the house.
Here's to our champion, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi from Hollywood, Florida. For Shauna Hyatt, Vince Van Patten, and everyone at the World Poker Tour, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for watching. And until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters.